back to my channel. I am Letters for Life, where I encourage people through writing handwritten letters of encouragement. Today I'm going to be talking about a subject that I am so happy, super excited to talk about. It's one of my favorite subjects in the whole wide world, and it's basically talking about entrepreneurship and then also about how to balance your job, your full-time job. So if you're like me and you're working a full-time job while also trying to be a creator or just trying to build your brand, this video is definitely for you. So my first tip for building your brand while working a full-time job is you have to schedule purpose time. So this term is something that I talked about in my first book, Puzzle Pieces of Purpose, How to Find Your Purpose in Life, and that will be linked down below. But in the book, I described the importance of finding time for your purpose. You have to schedule time for it because it is definitely important and it's crucial. So when you have a full-time job, you know from 9 to 5 you have to work. Okay, so then you have to decide what time am I going to devote to my purpose. It's either going to be in the morning time or it's going to be after work. And for me, I am definitely like a morning person. If I wake up early before everything starts happening and things start moving and before I already get burnt out from my 9 to 5, it just works best for me. Now with that being said, being a morning person, I wake up like 2 hours before I actually have to report to work just to make sure that I can get stuff done for my purpose. Currently, I'm working on my second book. I get the manuscript done. I may do some editing on YouTube videos. I may post on social media before I head to work. I may send out a newsletter before. There's just so many things that you can do in the morning time that will help fuel your purpose, but you have to schedule in that time. And if you're an evening person, use the evenings for your advantage. So after work, you may spend a whole nother hour working on your purpose. But the key is to do something, do one thing that is fueling your purpose and fueling your brand. Always keep in mind that the whole goal is to one day do this full time. And so I need to be working towards that constantly. So if you keep that in the back of your mind, you will find different ways of incorporating your purpose time into your daily schedule. Another thing that may help you is using your lunch break. So if you use your lunch break to your advantage, it will literally be one of the most productive times throughout the day. And the reason why I say that is because you're able to crunch in a lot of stuff during a small period of time. So for me, I have an hour break. And so I'll use like the first 20 minutes to eat and enjoy my, my food and kind of just woo-saw from work. And then the next remaining time, I will either do some research on something, I will post on social media, I will send out stuff, call people. If it's I'm working with like a company or I'm working with a volunteer agent, I will call them, make sure that everything is good with that. Whatever you can do, do it during your lunch break. I know you want to go and relax. I know you may want to catch up with your coworkers, but baby, we on two different levels, okay? You go ahead and eat, that's fine. Go talk, go gossip about the leader, whoever in charge, go gossip about the supervisor. I got dreams outside of this, and so because I have dreams, I move differently, I talk differently. So use that time to your advantage. To not waste that time at all. Expanding your brand while working a full-time job is you have to post consistently. Like, post consistently, sis. Post consistently. Like, you cannot show up half the time, sometimes when you feel like it, when it's convenient for you. You have to realize the bigger picture of it. You have to realize that you are called to be a servant, and if you're called to be a servant, it's not about you, it's about the people that you're serving. So show up and show out. What I mean by that is, when you show up, create a system that makes it easier for you to post. So you may do automations to where you already have your content going out already pre-made through an app, and it's just posting for you, so you don't have to think about it. You don't have to stop what you're doing currently. It's just going out on your social media page. You may want to create YouTube videos and have them all scheduled up, so when it was time to post on your day, whether that be you post on Sundays or you post on Fridays or whatever day of the week you post, it's already out. So create a system where it makes it easier for you to post, but you have to show up consistently. Like, you can't be like a one-time, once in a month, and you expect people to really buy into your brand and to really invest in you. The second part of it is to show out. So when you're posting content, to the best of your extent, post valuable content. Post stuff that's like meat and potatoes to somebody that's going to help them. Now, it don't always have to be something extravagant. It don't always got to be something super deep, but something that will help the person that is looking up to you or that is needing your encouragement. Post valuable content. If I was to post something like a balloon in the air and take a picture of it and make a post of it, and that's just that, and it has no meaning behind it, you'll be like, what, girl, if you don't get this balloon out of here, bye. What I'm gonna do about that? I need some meat and potatoes. And that's what you have to think of it like if you want people to invest in you, if you want people to buy your product, buy your book, buy your podcast, buy your ebook, whatever the case is that you're selling or you're thinking about selling, you have to keep in the back of your mind that, did I feed this person? Nobody's really going to invest in you if you didn't offer any food to them or no substance to them. We invest in people who invest in us. And it's hard. I am the first person to admit it's extremely hard to be consistent when you are already working a full-time job. But realize that the sacrifice is definitely temporary and it will pay off in the long run. The next thing that I want to tell you is use your weekends. Your weekends are like your best friends. Your weekends are literally what is going to help you so much throughout the week. Like, I literally try to get so much done on the weekend so that when the week comes, I will be a lot more secure. I'll be a lot more at ease. Now, when I say use the weekends, I'm not saying that you literally have something going on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday to the point that where you're trying to build your brand so much that you don't have rest. Use your weekends to do a lot of the bulk of it while you don't have to worry about reporting to a job. And use it to your advantage. Get done all the hard stuff so throughout the week it's just super easy. So on Saturdays, those are usually my recording days where I record all of my videos, and then throughout the week all I have to really worry about is kind of, I guess, editing videos, doing social media posts, doing automations on my email list. But even that, I'm trying to kind of, make it more easier on myself by having it already posted and I don't have to really think about it. But if you use the weekends to get a lot of stuff done, it's going to help you in the long run. I'm telling you, take a day of rest. Don't always be so on the grind, gotta get this done, go, 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 that you don't allow yourself the rest that you need. So even if you are a creator, even if you are some YouTuber, or you're a person who just produced content, which we all in some shape or form produce some type of content, use that one day, even if it's a half a day, to rest. And rest recuperates you. It recuperates your spirit, keeps you aligned with your goals. It allows you to hear from God. And it just brings you back to your center. So if you're constantly going, and you're constantly producing, eventually you're going to experience burnout. And burnout is basically you have come to your wits' end because you have been literally not resting and you've just been going. You may take a Friday night off, and then Saturday morning you back at it. Or you may take Sunday, that may be your day of rest, and then Friday night, and then all of Saturday you're producing content in some shape or form. But you have to incorporate breaks into it. Do not feel like you have to do everything. When I take a break, I feel refreshed, I feel renewed, and I allow God to just speak to me during those breaks. I allow him to just talk to me. It definitely is extremely beneficial to take a break. The last thing I want to tell you about building your brand while also working a full-time job is to feed your spirit while you are at the job. So while I'm at work, y'all, I feed where I'm going. While I'm at work, y'all, I feed where I'm going. I feed, my next level. I'm always listening to podcasts. I'm listening to audiobooks, YouTubers. I'm literally feeding where I'm going so that when I get to that point, I won't be so thrown off. So what I mean by this, when I was producing my first book, I was listening to podcasts repeatedly, like 8 hours in a day. I was listening to podcasts. about how to write your first book, how to produce it, who to publish it through, self-published route, or going through a company. How do I do the tax number? How do I do accounting? How do I do just a business licensure? Like, there was so much that I was doing behind the scenes so that when the time actually came for me to produce my book, I had all of this knowledge. And so while you're at the job, you still are doing your work, but you have it playing in the background. So that's feeding your unconscious mind. You may not even realize how much you know from listening to podcasts until it actually comes up. So feed where you are going, listening to stuff that brings value. There's nothing wrong with music. There's nothing wrong with listening to instrumental beats. But I'm telling you, you got to feed where you are going if you want to really be successful and really want your brand to get off the ground. Feed where you are going. Listening to stuff of people who have done it, people who have learned from it, people who are successful in your field of study will help you along the journey. And I'll keep a notepad right next to me while I'm listening to my podcast, whatever I'm listening to. And if something stands out to me, I'll just write it down. I'm like, oh, I gotta write that down. Oh, they said this. Okay, I gotta write that down. They said that. Oh, and it'll be like stuff that really just like, I can't, like, it speaks to my spirit so loud to where I'm like, this is so helpful. This is gonna help me in the long run. And that's what you do. You literally don't get so consumed that this is everything and this is my job and I can't feed where I'm going. Now, you are still being productive in your current job. I'm not saying you stop your work and you just listening to YouTubers all day. Like, no, still get your job done, but you have the YouTuber playing in the background and it's feeding where you're going. And it could be anything. It could literally be like, you want to learn how to have a cooking class and that is your dream, to be a chef. Listening to podcasts that feed that will help you in the long run. Listening to YouTubers who are already in that position will help you in the long run. I'm telling you, it has literally cost me nothing and has gave me everything because it was feeding where I was going and I was able to listen to it 8 hours a day. So imagine feeding where you're going 8 hours a day, every single day, Monday through Friday. Imagine how much knowledge that ends up coming to be by the end of the week. It's literally saved me so much time, so much energy, and so much money. It's just the truth of it. Hopefully this video was able to help you. Hopefully you can see definitely how you can balance the two. Don't give up on your dreams. Don't feel like it's impossible. Don't feel like it's not achievable. The key is definitely feed where you are going. Use your lunch break. Find that purpose time. Fit it into your schedule. Take breaks, but also use your weekends to be productive. If you need encouragement or you know somebody else who may need encouragement, please write into my foundation, www.lettersforlife.net, where I encourage people through writing handwritten letters of encouragement. I love you, but most importantly though, God loves you. I will see y'all on my next video. Bye. Dream about it, I go get it, that's how I do it. Not in the stars, I'm not lucky, I just